Hey everyone, I am absolutely thrilled to be with you today because we are diving into the ultimate guide for upgrading your Power BI workflow. The newest May updates just dropped, and let me tell you, they are packed with features that are going to fundamentally change how you build, share, and interpret your data. So let's just jump right into this and get your skills completely up to date.
All right, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're looking at the data storytelling quest, smarter insights with Copilot, next-level reporting visuals, and finally, streamlining your data workflow. Let's get right to it.
Starting off with Section 2, Smarter Insights with Copilot, basically the brain of your report.
Okay, check out this incredibly simple but super powerful two-step process. First, if you just click Summarize up on the report ribbon, Copilot instantly generates a concise, report-wide summary highlighting your key trends and performance changes. But if you want to go deeper, Step 2 is where the magic really happens. Click the Copilot icon directly on any specific visual header, and boom, you get an insight-focused summary of just that chart. The absolutely crucial point here is that it instantly surfaces the key drivers of change, like trend shifts or category differences, completely bypassing the need for you or your audience to manually interpret every single data point. It's fantastic.
Now for the developers out there, what's happening behind the scenes is actually huge. The old way of storing Copilot metadata used a JSON-based LSDL format. It was undocumented, frustrating to edit, and stubbornly tied to Q&A. Well, the new Copilot tooling format, which is now in preview, fixes the whole shebang. It's Git-friendly, clearly documented, ready for source control, and finally decoupled from Q&A. Ultimately, this means better team collaboration, way easier source control, and massively improved performance because you don't have to load gigantic semantic models into memory just to access your metadata.
We also have this really fantastic bundle of AI and exploration tweaks. You can now set focused perspectives so your report consumers aren't overwhelmed by massive data models. They just see the tables and fields they actually need. Matrices will now auto-expand when new fields are added. You can toggle totals on or off right from the toolbar, and all that beautiful formatting you applied during authoring, it now carries over directly into the Explorer view. Plus, the Copilot narrative visual now supports the app owns data scenario. That means you can embed narratives into customer apps without requiring those consumers to sign in. It just makes the whole experience wonderfully frictionless.
Moving right along to our third stop, next-level reporting visuals. This is the beauty and the brawn of the update.
Now this first one is an absolute game changer, and it's officially generally available. Visual calculations totally free you from having to create complex DAX measures in your semantic model just to do straightforward on-screen math. Do you want a running sum, a moving average, or a percent of parent? You can now add these calculations directly within the visual itself based entirely on its aggregated data. It knows its row position, which gives you incredible flexibility without ever touching DAX. And right alongside those visual calculations, we've got a really nice update to custom totals. Previously, you could use sum, min, max, and count. But now, by simply right-clicking a numeric column, you can set custom totals to none or average. It's a small addition, sure, but it's one that gives you that precise, exact control over your matrix and table visuals.
Okay, translytical task flows. I know, it sounds like a mouthful, right? But all this really means is that your interactive reports just got a whole lot smarter. Input fields will now pre-populate with default values based on your user data functions. So when a viewer interacts with a report button to submit a task, they don't have to painstakingly fill out every single parameter manually. It drastically reduces friction and makes the whole report feel incredibly intuitive.
Speaking of inputs, your slicers just got a massive upgrade too. Input slicers now support numeric fields. This means you can limit slicers strictly to numeric entry and use clear operator syntax like ranges, greater than, or less than expressions. And if someone types in an invalid input, the slicer now gives them clear, immediate feedback. It is a huge step up for data validation.
All right, let's do a rapid-fire round of highly requested quality-of-life upgrades that are going to save you hours of cleanup time. Ready? You can now designate any specific page as your report's landing page, making sure viewers always start exactly where you want them to. You can force a default format string locale so dates and numbers look consistent no matter what the user's browser settings are. You can finally paste formatted bulleted lists straight from Word into text boxes without losing your indents. Azure Maps just got a beautifully updated modern formatting pane. And this last one is huge. You can now set exact fixed pixel widths for your table and matrix columns, even setting different widths for desktop versus mobile views.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 4, Streamlining Your Data Workflow. This is all about the foundation.
So, imagine this scenario. You've been tweaking a report for hours, you make a mistake, and you suddenly realize you've completely lost track of a previous working version. We have all been there, right? Well, the great news is version history in Power BI Desktop is finally here. As long as your files are saved to OneDrive or SharePoint, you can access a version history dialog, see who modified the file, and actually open older versions in a new window. You can compare them or salvage your old work without overwriting your current file. It is a massive safety net.
For the semantic model authors tuning in, your workflow literally just got faster. When you go to edit a semantic model, Power BI now completely bypasses the old details page and drops you straight into the web modeling experience. Yes, it's a small navigation change, but it removes unnecessary clicks and lets you jump instantly into making smoother, faster updates.
We also get a sneak peek at the completely redesigned Get Data experience in Power BI Desktop. This brings a unified data discovery flow that finally provides consistency across Microsoft Fabric, Power BI Desktop, and Excel. Plus, it features streamlined connections, full keyboard navigation for accessibility, and yes, everybody's absolute favorite, dark mode.
On the distribution side, Microsoft is closing a massive gap right before general availability. Email subscriptions are now officially supported for Power BI reports viewed within organizational apps. Consumers can finally get those scheduled email snapshots and links back to the reporting directly from the org app, bringing it to full parity with standard workspace apps.
And wow, that brings us to the end of our workflow journey today. I want to leave you with this final thought and tie it right back to where we started. You've got visual calculations, smarter Copilot insights, rapid web modeling, and transanalytical task flows. So what does this all mean for you? Which of these new tools are you going to use right now to build your next championship data story? I challenge you to open up Power BI today, apply just one of these May updates, and see how it elevates your work. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy building.